What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As you guys can tell by today's video title, today we're going to be trying out Temu wedding dresses. This is my first time trying out any kind of wedding dress from Temu. And as you might already know, I have had a very long-standing wedding dress kind of series on this channel. This is actually my first wedding dress video in a long time since I've been married. So I'm really excited to get back into them. I just recently thought to myself, just because I'm already married now doesn't mean that I should stop doing these kinds of videos because it might benefit you guys. So if you guys like these kinds of videos, definitely smash that huge thumbs up down below and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. But anyways, if you guys want to see some of these affordable Temu wedding dresses being put to the test, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, every single dress that I have in front of me from Temu looks pretty much exactly the same because they're literally all white. So I'm just gonna crack the first one open. I have no idea which one in particular this is until I literally open it. Ooh, okay. This is the first one. Which one is this? Okay, this is the off-the-shoulder contrast mesh dress. This was $35.99, you guys. Here is the neckline. It's an off-the-shoulder kind of situation. It has like a little frilly bit at the front. It's actually got inbuilt cups inside the dress, which is great. And then the sleeves look like this. They're kind of made of that mesh organza kind of fabric. I have to say, I don't love the organza fabric. It does tend to look quite cheap, especially on wedding dresses, but yeah, I guess we'll see once it's on. This dress in particular is obviously quite bodycon. It does come quite snatched in like the waist and the hips. It then sort of goes into like a mermaid tail right at the bottom, and it's got a huge train, you guys. Okay, I did not expect this. This is where the dress ends, right here. And then from here to here is the train. Look how long that is. That is very unusual for an affordable dress to have a train this long. So do you know what? I'm actually pretty impressed with this. The neckline isn't my favorite, I must admit, but perhaps you could get a cheap dress like this and then modify it or get it tailored. I feel like that's a pretty good idea if you want to save money because the base of the fabric is pretty good. The top of this dress even has that sort of rubberized kind of strap along the top just to kind of stop it from riding down. $35.99. That is not a bad price to pay for like a maxi dress with a long ass train. So let's go try it on and see how it fits. All right guys, so here is the very first dress and what it looks like on. I have to say, I'm very impressed with like the length and the overall fabric quality of this dress. The only thing that kind of lets it down is definitely the sleeves. Like the organza is just giving a little bit cheap. I wonder if there was a way that you could like tailor this, get rid of the organza sleeves and maybe just add like straps, because this dress is actually really nice as a base. Like I said, perhaps you could buy this as like a base of the dress and then take it to a tailor's and customize it. Honestly, the world is your oyster, but the base is there. Like it's got such a long train, it's got really nice shape. I love the neckline. It just needs a little bit of zhuzhing up, if you know what I mean. I have to say, another thing that I've just noticed is also the cups. I feel like the cups have been sewn in at a slightly awkward place. You can kind of see like the end of the cup through the fabric here. It creates like a ridge on the breast, which doesn't look too flattering and is very obvious. So again, maybe the placement of the cup could be altered and then it would be fine. But seriously, look at this train. Like there's so much fabric to this. You just don't see cheap dresses with a train like that. So honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm gonna give this dress like a 6 because it has a lot of potential. All right, now moving on to the next wedding dress, we're gonna be trying out this one right here. Here it is. It feels pretty weighty and the fabric does feel quite nice. Okay, I think this is actually a really nice like basic wedding dress. It's nothing too crazy. I like the sleeve. The quality is very nice. It's kind of like a v-neck fold over sort of vibe. It has a v-neck sort of neckline at the back as well. And then the dress is quite like flowy. The fabric is very soft, very breezy, and it's not see-through from what it looks like. So I'm really excited about this one. I have to say, looking at the photo of this does not really look like the same dress. In the photo, the model is wearing this like off the shoulders, but really I don't think you could because it would just drape down so low. The neckline isn't high enough to like be able to wear it like that. And anyway, the neckline looks completely different in the photo in my opinion. I don't know if you guys can see, but the neckline does have like a little bit of a ruching slash pleats on it. Like it's got a little bit of a texture, which I think is really nice. I think this would be a very nice like plain dress if you don't really want to go all out and make a statement on your wedding day. I feel like this dress is the perfect example of how you can have like a toned down kind of wedding dress. That's not to say it's not beautiful though. I really like the style and cut of this. So let's go try it on and just see how it looks. All right guys, so here is the next little dress. I have to say this is definitely not the same as the photo, which is a little bit disappointing. This one is so like low scooped, and I definitely did not buy a dress like that. The one that I had was supposed to be like a sweetheart neckline, but you were supposed to be able to put your shoulder like off like this, whereas with this dress, if I do that, the whole top will just come down. It's very similar in style, but it's definitely not quite the same dress, which is a little bit of a shame, but oh well. I do really love the style of the dress. Like it's a very floaty dress. This would make an amazing wedding dress for like a boho themed wedding, or maybe like a field wedding. It's very floaty, very breathable. I just really like the fabric on this. And even though the fabric is quite thin, it doesn't seem to be see-through, which is great. Personally, I love the sleeves on this as well. They're like the perfect sort of length. They have the perfect poof to them as well. So yeah, really great sleeves. I don't love the neckline. I do wish it was slightly higher up, just a little bit more modest in my opinion. But all in all, this would be a great wedding dress if you want to keep on the down low. And to be honest, even if this isn't it for you when it comes to your wedding day, this is just such a nice dress anyway, so you could wear this anywhere pretty much. As far as wedding dresses go, I think I'm gonna rate this probably like a 4 out of 10. It's not quite it for me. I probably wouldn't choose this for my wedding dress, but that's just because my style is completely different. I know so many people would look at this dress and think, yep, that's it. So I guess let's move on to the next one. Okay, now moving on to the next one, we're now gonna be trying out this dress right here. Here it is. This feels like a very thick dress. Oh wow, this is really cool. So this is the neckline. It has this like flap of fabric that kind of wraps around, and I'm pretty sure your arm is supposed to like either sit inside it or over it. Let's take a look at the picture. Yeah, it looks like her arm is inside this little loop of fabric. It's a pretty simple like bodice, but I think it's a really cool like modern design. The dress then fans out, super floaty. It's got a huge like slit on the side, which I think is really cool. This dress was £40, which honestly I feel like is a steal. Like there's so much fabric and volume to this dress. So that's the dress. I thought with this dress in particular, because it doesn't really have much going on the front and the top, I would actually pair it with a veil. I thought to myself, why not also try a veil from Temu and see if it's any good? Veils can be expensive, especially if they're decent quality. My veil that I had for my wedding was super gorgeous. It was very plain and simple, but even that cost £100. So let's see what kind of veil we can get on a budget. This veil in particular was only £14, and oh my gosh, it's actually not that bad. The organza fabric that this is made of, it's not bad quality. Sometimes you can come across this fabric and it's just awful, whereas this one is pretty good. So it's kind of got like tiers to it. It's super like ruffly on the bottom. It has the hair clip attached to it, so you can obviously pop this in the back of your hair. And the good thing about this clip is the fact that you can wear it like this, so you can have the veil just behind. Or if you want to go for that traditional look, you can actually flip the part of the veil over the face, which is how they had it in the photo. I mean, it's definitely interesting. I'm not really all about the over the face veil. I know some people love it, but personally I just think it's a little bit too traditional for me. However, just like a little veil at the back of the head can look super cute. I have to say I'm very impressed with this veil. For £14, it is not bad at all. So let's go try these two together and see how it looks. All right, so here is the dress on with the veil. I love the veil so much. The dress, however, is not really up to scratch. I'm really annoyed because in the photo this dress looked so amazing, and it has a lot of potential. It really does. Like, look at the volume, look at the sheer amount of fabric that there is on this dress. The only problem is it just doesn't really fit around the like chest area. It's super loose and baggy. It's just not really staying up on its own, and this part here just droops so low. There's just like not enough tension on it, so I literally have to stand like this in order for this to stay up. And I'm sorry, but on your wedding day, you're not gonna have this arm this far apart the whole time just so your sleeve stays up, right? As I've said with all the dresses so far, these dresses can definitely be tailored, so you know, it's a decent base. Once I steamed the fabric on this, the dress definitely got elevated by like 10 times. So I feel like if you're on a budget, this would be a really decent base, and you can definitely tailor it and cinch it in wherever you need. This sleeve is just so annoying for me. Like, it looks good, but it's just not staying up where it needs to be. As for the veil, this is what it looks like with it fully as it's supposed to be on the front, which definitely isn't really my vibe, but I thought I would show you guys how it looks anyway. I don't know, I just feel like it looks a bit much when it's over the face. I definitely prefer it like this. The dress, I think, is gonna get probably like a 7 out of 10. It has potential, but it's just a little bit ill-fitted. As for the veil, I think I'm gonna give it like a solid 9 out of 10. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. I would totally wear this to my wedding. Now moving on to the next dress. This one is actually the most expensive of the whole video, and it's still so freaking affordable. This dress right here was only £43. I have it right here, and again, the package does feel quite sturdy and heavy. That's definitely a good sign when it comes to quality for wedding dresses, because you don't want your dress to turn up and it literally feel like it's feather light. Ooh, okay, so this one is a very slick and sophisticated little number. It's got a super snatched and plain kind of bodice. It's got the padding inside it and the darting across the breast. The dress then goes down pretty plain and simple until it gets to like this stage, and then it fans out with this massive mermaid tail at the bottom. Honestly, I love that so much, but there is more. It's pretty formal on the front, but then on the back, it has this huge bow, which I think is so stunning. I mean, as it is right now, it kind of drapes a little bit, like not so flattering. So I'm hoping that once it's on, it's gonna perk up a little bit and just feel a little bit, I don't know, more sturdy. I guess we'll see, but yeah, I really like that on the back. It looked amazing in the photos. So let's go pop this one on and see how it fits. All right, and here is the next dress. I really thought this was gonna be such a good fit. However, this does run a little bit small, so it is so freaking tight in the hips for me. This is such a shame because I was looking forward to this dress. That's why I left it till last, but I literally cannot breathe in this. Whew, it is so tight. But yeah, this is what it looks like from the front. As you can see, it is not see-through. It has pretty good support in the chest area. It's really funny because it's actually perfect in the chest area. It's staying up all on its own. I just wish they gave me a little bit more room in the hips because I feel like I literally cannot walk or move. I'm sure you guys are waiting to see the back of the dress though, and here it is. This is how the bow looks. I have to say, I am a little bit disappointed because it's just not really giving what the photo was giving. It looks way more cheap and way more flimsy, and obviously I know this dress didn't cost a fortune or anything, but yeah, I just wish that it had a little bit more integrity. I do like how long these ribbon parts are though. I feel like that's really cute. But yeah, I feel like the ribbon could have been done a little bit better. And I have to give it praise where it's due. It's also got quite a long train, as you guys can see. So overall, I would say this dress is okay. It's not my favorite. You would definitely need to size up in this one. I'm pretty sure I got a size 8 in this, but it honestly feels like a 6 or even a 4. It is just so freaking tight. So I'm gonna have to give this like a 3 out of 10. And now the very last wedding dress I'm going to be trying out for this video is this one here, and as you can see, it's definitely giving a little bit more glamour and a little bit more glitz. The actual body of the dress is pretty simple, but the neckline is so ruffly and just so extra. You would think from the photo that that dress was going to be quite expensive, but it was only £28, and I have it right here. This is how it has arrived. Again, it feels pretty weighty, so I have high hopes. Ooh, no way. The fabric on this is so nice. Guys, what the heck is going on here? Look at the shape of this dress. It's got so much shape all on its own. If you're quite a wide-hipped girl, I feel like this one's for you. So this is the neckline. It's got these super ruffly feather kind of details. It then is basically like a V-neck sort of slit cutout. It's kind of hard to see that though because of the feathers, but yeah, it does have like that V-neck cutout. I don't know if you guys can tell what kind of fabric this is, but it's like a very thick, very stretchy kind of fabric. I just feel like the fabric on this is super nice. I wouldn't say it's really your traditional wedding kind of dress fabric like at all, but I feel like maybe this dress would be great for like the civil ceremony or something. I'm just concerned whether I'm gonna be able to fill out these hips because it is quite hippie. So again, let's pop this last one on and see how it looks. All right guys, and this is the last dress and what it looks like on. I have to say, I'm actually really liking the shape and fit of it. Like I said, it's not really your standard like wedding dress, even when it comes down to the fabric, but I still really like it. And I think it really takes a certain type of bride to be able to pull something like this off on their wedding day. I mean, this dress could be used for so many different occasions, not just a wedding day. Like you could even wear this to your hen do. You could wear this as like your second sexy wedding day dress, or you could even wear this to like your wedding rehearsal if that's something that you do. To be honest, I never really understood wedding rehearsals. I know it's a very American thing. I always see it in like wedding movies. Is that something that people actually do in real life? Let me know. Personally, I feel like that would just spoil my actual wedding day because it would feel like it's a rerun of the previous day. But anyways, this is the dress and how it looks on. I love it so much. It's super flattering front and back. And also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this dress is actually a full-on maxi dress. It goes all the way down to the ground. I'm literally stood on my tippy toes. So with a pair of heels, this would be amazing. All right guys, so that was everything for today's wedding dress video from Temu. Let me know which one of these wedding dresses was your favorite. I'll try to have all the links in the description as long as they're in stock still. I find that with a lot of my videos when I shop on Temu, like I'll try and put the links in, but the second I upload my video, all the links are like sold out. So fingers crossed, some of these dresses will still be in stock. I'll try my hardest. I think my personal favorite dress of this video was probably the first one. I just loved the shape of it so much. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that huge thumbs up down below and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. But that is all from me. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.